Chef Carlo Miguel, and I'm here to cook a dish with seasonal local produce from the Philippines. So what I decided to do today was a dish of grilled prawns, an avocado puree, and a beautiful mango salsa. I think the Philippine mangoes are the best, and these ones are from Guimaras, which for me is the best. To tie it all together, we're gonna make a little vanilla vinaigrette. Okay, so let's get started. So first I'm gonna start off with the avocado puree. So avocados are in season and mangoes are in season during the summertime here in the Philippines. So I'm just gonna get 2 avocados, take the stones out. Okay, so we're gonna get these avocados and we're gonna scoop them out and get them into this blender. So to the avocados, I'm gonna add a touch of cream. Some salt. And some pepper. A nice good squeeze of lemon juice. And now it's time to puree. So now that we've got this avocado puree nice and smooth, I'm going to transfer it to this squeeze bottle, okay? Okay, and we can just set this aside. Okay, and we can just set this aside for later on, okay? Okay, so next we're gonna make the vanilla dressing. So I love this with prawn and mango. It's one of my favorites. So we'll start out with a little bit of, this is a vanilla paste or a vanilla puree. You can also use a vanilla extract or essence, but this is the good stuff, so I prefer this. Okay, so that's enough. Right, the next part we're going to put in is just a little bit of English mustard. For the acid, we have some unfiltered organic apple cider vinegar. To sweeten it a little bit, I have some Palawan honey. So this one we're just going to put a drop in. Okay, that's good. Now, I'm going to get 2 oils into here. This is a little bit of vegetable oil. And we have a touch of extra virgin olive oil. If I used all extra virgin olive oil, it'll be too bitter. You can also use like a pomace oil, which is already a blend. But this is the way I prefer to do it because I know exactly what oil is going into my dressing. And last but not least, just a tiny bit of cream. Now I'm going to put, seasoning. I have to put a good pinch of salt in here as well. Now all we're going to do is shake this up so that it emulsifies, and then we'll just have to taste it. You can see all the little flecks of vanilla bean inside there. you know it's going to be a nice and tasty aromatic dressing. So now that it's emulsified, we just have a taste of it. Now, nice balance. A little acidity, a little sweetness, and that beautiful perfume of the vanilla. That's exactly what we want. All right, so now we're gonna make the mango salsa using these beautiful mangoes from Guimaras. So all we're gonna put in there is a little bit of red onion, some beautiful ripe tomatoes, and some ripe mango from Guimaras, and we'll dress it with the vanilla dressing. A little bit of chopped coriander to finish, okay? So let's get started. Okay, so we can just put these in the bowl. So you can see I want it fine, but not too fine. So I don't want the mango, I don't want the onion to disappear into the salsa. I want it to still be present. So next, we'll put the tomatoes. We'll do the tomatoes. Now we're gonna pop these into the bowl as well. And now for the mangoes. So for salsa, I don't like the mangoes completely ripe. I like them about a day or two before they're completely ripe. So they have a good texture and have a little bit of acidity still. So all I have to do is dice these up as well. Take the skin off and dice them up. So I believe that Philippine mangoes are far superior in flavor and texture to any mango I've had in the world. So the mangoes will make slightly larger dice than the tomatoes. So now we can get these into the salsa as well. Put my chopped coriander. And we're gonna use this vanilla dressing that we made earlier to dress the salsa so all the flavors are consistent throughout the dish. And we'll set these aside, ready for plating later on. All right. Okay, so all we have to do now is sear the prawns. I don't have a barbecue here, so we're just gonna sear them in a hot cast iron pan instead, okay? So I've heated this up nice and hot, and we've got a little bit of vegetable oil here. We just swirl it around. This is ready to cook these prawns. I've seasoned the prawns very lightly with salt and pepper because we're gonna season them a little bit later again after cooking, okay? So all I've done with these prawns is I've peeled and deveined them, keeping the head and tail on. So prawns are another really good Philippine ingredient that are grown in abundance here. Something I always have to put on all my menus. So I like to serve the head on because for me that's where all the flavor of the prawn is. After briefly cooking for a minute to a minute and a half on each side, we're going to take them out. Now that we've cooked the prawns, what I'm going to do is I'm going to season them with a little bit of the vanilla vinaigrette while they're hot, so that flesh soaks up the flavor of this. And just to reinforce the vanilla flavor, I have this vanilla bean salt. So basically what it is roasted vanilla beans ground together with sea salt. Okay, so now we're just going to assemble the plate. First, we're going to start with this avocado puree. So we're just going to put a nice amount of it down on one side of the plate. There you go. Then we're going to get these prawns on. Three per plate should be ample. Next thing we're going to do is put a generous amount of this mango salsa over these prawns. Now we're just going to garnish with a few sprigs of dill. And micro arugula. And there you have it. And there you have it. Summer on a plate for me. Seared prawns, mango salsa, vanilla dressing, and avocado puree. All the great things about summer in the Philippines for me.